Here are 5 things that you can do to start getting more visibility on your Etsy store, and not only visibility, but make more sales. Regardless of where you are in your Etsy journey, if you are already an established seller, if you're just getting started, or if you have not started yet, these tips will be able to help you because it's universal that all of us want to have an Etsy shop in order to sell products and make money. And so in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that I do personally and that have helped so many people that I have helped out with Etsy shops to be able to grow, get more traction, get more visibility, and to grow actual stores and brands off of Etsy. If you're new, to introduce myself super quick, my name is Mac. I go by Money with Mac on all socials and on YouTube, and I post videos teaching people how to make money online every week. So if you'd want to be a part of a community here on YouTube, I'd love to have you. Make sure you subscribe. So number 1, and is really important on Etsy, is what do your listings look like? Now, I want you to honestly ask yourself, what do your listings look like in comparison to other listings in your niche, category, or products that are being sold? Now, with Etsy being an e-commerce marketplace, while that has many benefits for beginners and to scale quickly, it does come with some disadvantages, and one of them being competition. So in order to get ahead of that, we need to make sure that our listings stand out amongst the competition. And while many other factors go into that, the main thing is, what does your listing look like? Now, you can have a really crappy product, if I'm being honest with you, but if you market it correctly and you sell it correctly to your target audience, to an aesthetic, with a brand vision in mind, you can sell anything. And that has been proven time and time again. I know we have all purchased something online that was maybe not what we expected because their marketing was really good, the photo was really good, or it was sold to us in a way that we absolutely needed it. So it's just a proven strategy over time. Look at your listings. Now, to be more specific in what I mean by that, your photo. What do your listing photos look like? And would you personally buy from your listing? Now, there are so many resources to elevate our photos depending on what you're selling. If you're selling digital products, you can make beautiful mock-ups in Canva or in different other websites like Template or KITTL. There are so many resources like placeit.net to create better mock-up photos, or to purchase mock-up photos from Etsy sellers themselves and overlay your images on top of them. You need to be using photos that, number 1, are aesthetically pleasing, especially to your niche, and that makes sense to your niche. Photos that are high quality and do not look like they are overly edited or that are blurry, and photos that are not just a white background. Do not use the regular stock photos by themselves that come from any mock-up sites. Like if you're doing print on demand with Printify, they give beautiful mock-ups that are with transparent or white backgrounds. Use those, but they cannot be your only photo. So let me show you a few examples of what I mean here. So this listing in particular, they are selling a more outdoorsy type of vibe sweatshirt. And as you can see in their mock-ups, they have beautiful mock-ups that showcase their product, and it looks really well done. It is not too many photos, it's the perfect amount, it's not overwhelming, and it gives all the information for the customer, but while also showcasing what someone would look like in that sweatshirt. So this one is a hoodie. It is a back of a hoodie sweatshirt that they're advertising as an aesthetic hoodie. Now, these types of photos, they make the buyer want to go to the beach and take their own type of photos with this sweatshirt, right? They're pinpointing a specific target audience, and they're making mock-ups to be able to go along with that. They make you want to purchase more than a listing like this. This will not sell as well as a listing like the ones we just looked at. They're just the stock images from Printify or Printful, whatever print provider they're using. So if we're scrolling down on the Etsy feed and we search aesthetic sweatshirt and these 2 sweatshirts come up, which one would you be more apt to purchase? Odds are it's going to be the one that makes a personal connection and that actually spikes your interest through really good, well done photos. So next thing that I want you to ask yourself about your Etsy shop is, are you running sales, or do you have a sales strategy? Something that is so overlooked by so many Etsy sellers, especially new ones, is running a sale. This does not need to be a crazy sale either, but why it is such a good method to run sales on Etsy is the availability of the timer. So what Etsy does is it allows customers to know that your sale is ending soon, and it's going to give that badge of urgency. It is going to tell the customer like, hey, hurry up, make a purchase because this item's on sale for only 2 more hours. So you run 24-hour sales or 48-hour sales so that Etsy lets those customers know that they have a limited time to purchase your item at a discounted price. If you have the time, or if you don't make the time to try this out on some of your most popular listings or listings that you feel are optimized and ready to go, because trust me, this works. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is something I honestly talk about a lot on my channel, but it is so important and it is something that I will continue to speak about as long as I am on YouTube and showing people how to do this, and that is your keywords. Your keywords, you cannot skip this step. You need to do keyword research. You have to. This is just how the Etsy algorithm, or any algorithm in general, that's a search engine, works. When you type something into Google, you are typing in keywords. Same type of thing if you're typing something into Etsy. And so you need to think like a buyer and do your research for your keywords in your tags and titles. I personally love to use Everbee. They're a Chrome extension that syncs directly with my Etsy shop, and I can analyze listings to see their exact tags and titles and how much they're making monthly. So right here, this is how it works. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. It of course will be linked in the description for you, but using something like this is going to get you ahead of the people that just simply don't use Chrome extensions like this. And it's just a little back insight, right? It's a little spy tool that we can use to really understand the Etsy search terms for what the product is that we're selling. Next up is, do you have enough listings? And when I say this, I want you to ask yourself, do I have enough good listings? You can have a million Etsy listings, right? That does not guarantee you more sales. But what does guarantee you more sales is optimized listings, and how you can optimize your listing. I'm gonna give you a really good tip in just a moment. Something I want you to understand is that Etsy as a marketplace, again, they are making money as you're making money. So they're paying attention to who is uploading, who is getting clicks. They have a whole background algorithm and bots and all these things that run their business and keep it successful. And they know which sellers are taking their time to be in the Etsy app, that are actively posting. They're not flagging anything because they're doing their research, they're posting listings, they're aware, and in their shop, they're keeping up with customer service, all of the above, right? It's kind of like how social media can see who's posting more. Think of it kind of that way. Like if people are posting every single day, their content may be favored in the algorithm versus people who post once a month. And it's the same type of idea when it comes to posting listings on Etsy. And I don't want you to think that this just means to spam your Etsy account with listings. Don't do that. They need to be optimized. They need to be good. They need to have all the things that I talked about above, but it's such a key thing to be actively posting, because more surface area equals more opportunities to get more eyes on your products, more visibility. Now, the trick that I want to share with you, that's something so valuable and that I've done many, many times. I just talked to a follower of mine about this as well. She tried it and was blown away at how well it worked, and she felt silly because she didn't do this sooner. And that is to duplicate your listings. And when I say duplicate your listings, all you have to do in your Etsy dashboard is to copy a current listing and remake it. And what you do is, instead of just pushing publish and uploading that same exact listing with the same photos, what we want to do is change it around. This is helping us optimize. So if we have one product, but we have 5 different listings that are all testing out different keywords, different mock-up photos, maybe just rearranging the mock-up photos or rearranging the keywords, maybe a different price point, one on sale, one with a different Etsy thumbnail, testing out all those different things and seeing which one, if any, perform. And what that can do is give you a better understanding of what your niche for that specific product is looking for, so you can duplicate that strategy. Try this out. Even if it's 2 duplicate listings, you don't have to do 10 of the same product. Make sure you're not being spammy, because again, Etsy is watching what we're doing, but just keep that in mind that it really does help. So the 5th and final tip, I personally think is something that is going to help you to just have a long-term brand, and that is to market and brand your Etsy shop. So you can absolutely have a successful Etsy shop that you never market on social media, you never share off of the Etsy platform, and it could absolutely kill it. However, we have social media at our literal fingertips, and it is free to use. Free traffic. We can post something and get in front of thousands to hundreds of thousands to millions of people's eyes with a product. And this is something that so many people don't want to put the time into, but more than ever, we have so many opportunities to create content faceless content, have content made for us, AI content. You can do this. So instead of spending money on ads right away, a great way to test what people may purchase is by posting on social media in different types of content. Now I want you to ask yourself which social media platform you use the most. Maybe you have one that you are favoriting, maybe you have one that you know how to use better, and I want you to just create an account for your Etsy shop if you don't already have one. And Instagram may be better for beginners because Instagram does not have to allow you to have a certain amount of followers to add in a link. Whereas if you create a TikTok account, that you are gonna have to have at least 1,000 followers, I believe, to link your Etsy shop directly in your bio. But I just want you to keep in mind that you should absolutely have at least one social media account for your Etsy shop so that you can start posting your mock-ups to social media to get more eyes on your Etsy shop. Now, not only is this valuable to bring more traffic and more visibility so that Etsy can boost your products in the algorithm, but what this can do is help you to create a more long-term brand that you can own in the future. Something with selling on e-commerce marketplaces, whether it's Etsy, whether it's Amazon, is if they want to ban you or shut your store down, they can. And you lose everything. And so it's important to be proactive and to start to build a community, an audience, or just a brand that is recognizable, that you can contact your prior customers and still sell to them and still have some backing with your brand and not just lose it all. And that's not to scare you, but it's just about being proactive, right? Taking all this time into an Etsy shop and seeing it be banned, it's scary. And so a way that you can do that is creating a social media platform that you're posting on, you're getting followers, so that if something happens, you have that and a way to have people to market your products to. Now, another way to actually build your brand directly from Etsy, and a newer thing that I have been testing out, is through email lists. So Etsy doesn't automatically just give you an email list for the people that purchase. That is their data. But what you can start doing is creating an email list from your Etsy customers. And the way that I've been trying this out and really liking it is through Everbee email. If you do use Everbee, they are the Chrome extension I mentioned a little bit before in the video. If you already have their growth plan, the Everbee email comes directly with that. And what you can do is start building an email list to send your customers emails to retarget them as another buyer. And again, what this is going to help you do is if something were to happen to your Etsy shop, you would have your back. Everybody would have your back, right? So I did do a whole video on email marketing with Etsy because we want to make sure that we're following their guidelines. We can't just send people emails or collect their emails illegally. So there is a way that we get them to opt in, but Everbee automates that entire process for you if you use Everbee email, which is great. And now they also have a growth option as well that you can do different email sequences, set it up so it's all automated for you. You don't have to have any prior experience with email marketing, because I know I didn't, and I'm sure that you may not either. And they also do have QR codes that can be created and printed out on maybe pack-ins with your products that can have someone just automatically subscribe to your email from that, which is really, really great, and I highly recommend it. But all in all, it's a really great tool, and I do recommend doing this not only to protect yourself, but to engage with your community, with your buyers, and to get more potential sales. So those are my 5 tips. I really hope that one of them or all of them was really helpful to you. If you are somebody that is struggling to get sales on Etsy, if you're waiting for it to happen, if you're waiting for it to blow up, keep going. Trust me, you will get there. Just continue to watch videos like this, continue to apply yourself, be present in your store, and treat it as if it is already a working and successful business before it is. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.